All right, all right, all right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to Goof On. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is April 3, 2024. How you doing? Good, good. Well, it is the middle of the week, my friends and hooligans. hmm What'd you think? We weren't gonna figure we weren't gonna figure it out together. What the what's going on? Messages and messages, weather alerts, tornado, hurricane, twister. It's a twister. It's a twister. What movie? Anti-Am. It's a twister. It's an airplane. Tonight we're going to talk about the stage that's set. It is now or never. My friends, Goofonians, and family members. The solar eclipse is the perfect stage for either a false flag, alien invasion, or full alien disclosure. Let me hear you say, hey-oh. Do you think we're going to get one or the other? Put a 1 in the chat if you think there's going to be something happening. You don't have to. I'm kidding. You know, I'm not one of those shows that does that, am I? If you put a 1 in the chat, I know what you're thinking. See, I know where my audience is. I just look at the chat and everybody says, yeah, I believe it. I believe it. I don't. I hate it. Put a 1 in the chat if you feel like you're like me. You feel like the solar eclipse is going to be a miracle. We are going to have a religious prosecution on this world happening in the United States, right in Indiana. They have a state of emergency a week before the eclipse is even happening. By the way, they may cancel the eclipse, I heard. Yeah, not enough pay-per-view. I don't know. But, yeah, it is now or never. Look, we'll talk about it. All right, who's here early? Who's here a little early? Darkroom UFO is here. Welcome to the show. Marcel, Goofonian Matal head. What's up, Chief? The other Chief, Samo, Goofonian Rockstar. What's up? Kelly Lewis, because EW is here. Welcome. The Angel of Goofon, Jeanette Angela. Glenn Collins. Good to see you, mate. It's Busby. Get your men off this rock. Hey, F-Graph. You got here early today. Good to see you. I know when people get here. Tacey Hale. What do you say, TH? Good to see you. Foghorn Leghorn. Uh-oh. Oh, no, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no, I'm not. Why does this happen at this hour? What's up, Parham? How are you? Good to see you. Yeah, this is a mural. Is that what they call them? Yeah, I had this piece done back in 2005. Yeah, that was when Corbell was a conehead. Yeah, remember back in the day, I don't know if you guys remember, you know who Neil deGrasse Hole Tyson is? He used to be different. He used to be the opposite of who he is now. Now he's like super skeptical, but before it seemed like he was like really, there's aliens, and if they're here, you know, they're there and here, and we don't know. Bernie, what do you say there? But thanks for noticing, Parham. It's a good piece. It was done by Schenectady or something. Yeah, I think that's the last name. Bernie, what's up? How you doing, Bernie Muro? Bernie Muro, everybody. What do you say, Brookes? Huh? Yeah, good to see you. Hi, Paul. Paul Richardson. What a shadow. We'll do all that. Did you guys notice the UFO in the background? See it behind me? Right above Dietrich's head. That's Alex Dietrich. She was the pilot that was with Fravor when he saw the Tic Tac. And then you know who's There you go. You got John Greenwald, George Napster, Bernie Muro. What's his name again? I can't remember. Jimmy Church, Mick West. I can't see Tom DeLonge back there, Alex Dietrich, Greer, Corbel, Christopher Mellenhead, and the grifter himself, James the Fox. That's his new name, James the Fox. Jimmy Fox, everybody. Ozzy Tiger's here. How you doing, man? Good to see you. Alexander God. What do you say? How do you be? Most powerful name in the universe. You know, there's a guy named Stu Gerson. You might have met him. Tony? How you doing? Welcome to the show. Derek Faulkner? Welcome to the show. Good to see everybody. F8P. Now we're cooking. Good to see you, man. Yeah, my mom said the same thing. Sky Allen. Sky Allen. There you are. Hey, man. What's up? All right, folks. We have WAF 007 sneaking in and Matt Connell. What do you say, Matt? Welcome. Let's see who's coming in through the front door. And that door is wide open. Oh, you snuck in here. I see you. Where'd you go? All right. If I didn't say your name, it does not mean I don't love you. It means we got a lot of show to do. DB Property Maintenance. That's it. Myra Page. What do you say? Sneaking in at the last minute of intros. David Wilcox. Not Wilcox. I don't know why I thought I said your name earlier. And Brian Yates. Welcome to the show. Now, let's get started. Shall we? So, I don't know. This solar eclipse. Yeah. I don't know, man. Not gonna say I'm not excited, but here in Florida, we're only getting about, what was it, 61, 70%, something like that, of the eclipse. It was more than I thought. I think it's like 3/4, somewhere in there, but not the full eclipse. And I'm a little disappointed. But I talked a lot about it. Well, not a lot. I talked about it yesterday. It seems like it is special because somebody put because the X, let me pull up a video here. The X, the last time we had an eclipse, it went one way across the U.S., and this one is going the other way, and they intersect somewhere up in the Northeast, right? Oh, another earthquake this morning. Yeah, I was alive when it was live. I was awake. Yeah. It was, what? Oh, right. I'm sorry. I forgot. GoofOn is supported by you. If you find it in your deepest heart and thoughts and mind and soul to help support Truthology for ufology, the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App, even memberships. We gave away 10 memberships on the 1st. We do it on the 1st of every month. Do it again every month until YouTube says too many. And then we'll have to quit. No. But thank you for being here. Hey. Hold on a second. Huh. All right. Wow. Wow. All right. Never mind. I got an email from YouTube. Not happy. I don't know if I told you guys this. That I left comments in the chat room. And I was saying, welcome. The guy, welcome to the show. Well, he left a message yesterday before the show started in the chat room and said, hey, if you were to apologize to Steve Scambian for making fun of his eye, That would go a long way with me. Ooh, let me jump right on that. Welcome to the show. All of a sudden now I owe you this? Hey, first of all, I didn't start the freaking war. If Scambian wants to apologize, I'll listen to him. But I won't apologize for anything. Got it? I don't care how many disabilities he has. He was open with it. He talked about it. I talked about it. Oh, boo-hoo. Now he can make fun of my foot. You can call me Clubby. You want to call me Clubfoot? Whatever. You want to call me Lazy Foot? You can get me while I'm out. You might as well. It's the only chance you're going to have until I'm dead. Look, just grow up. A joke's a joke. One bad ball isn't a bad thing to say. I didn't say particularly how he looked. Did I? No, I didn't go into specifics about that. All I said is, I got one bad ball. Grow up. Yep. But he can slander me and put video after video about me, right? Lies. Pure lies. Grow up. I'm a comedian, first and foremost. Too bad, so sad. All right, then. I just wanted to bring that up because it annoyed me that somebody would actually tell me that. Like, hey, apologize to Scambian. That'll go a long way with me. Ooh, let me get right on that, Daddy. Like, who are you that I owe that? And why would I apologize? I have never apologized for anything. Because I don't think I'm a line stepper. I don't cross the line. No, I don't do what they do. They cross the line. I just have fun, crack jokes. They make videos and hours of conversation and in chat rooms and Discord and who else knows where. It's like, you know, all I have to do is say one thing and they got 3 hours of content. You know, it's like they have no lives. All right, so we do, though. We do. And I mentioned 5 minutes passing. It's over. I'm done with it. Move on. I'm not apologizing. Don't ask. Never going to happen. But if he wants to apologize to me, I'll laugh at him. I'll look him in his eye and I'll say, you know what you did. His good eye. There. All right. Get that out of the way. Buildings are completely destroyed and many people are missing. This is currently ongoing, so we're going to see some more details come up about the earthquake in Taiwan. 7.7, I believe. It was pretty bad. Into Thin Air has a video here. I don't think it's a video. I think it's a short video. It looks short. Let's take a look. Shall we? I2TA throwing down the earthquake news. Giddy up. In 3, 2, go. I said go. We're gonna rock this house, rock it inside out. We're gonna rock this place, make it scream out. Well, we're gonna rock till we drop. Gonna rock till we... That sucks. Look at the building. Oh my God. Wow, that's awful. Oh, that sucks. How scary that would be. Forget about it. Forget about it. Aw. Your ass is what? What'd he say? All right, check it out. He did make a video. Let's take a look. into thin air at the beginning of the show? What? We're changing it up tonight.
All right, everybody, for those of you that do not know, a major earthquake and tsunami warning is in effect right now after a 7.4 struck western Taiwan. This is exactly where we predicted yesterday we would see a large earthquake. Please go check out that video after you watch this one, but this is not good at all. I can't show you too much graphic stuff on here. I have a lot of that over on X, so please go check that out as well. But there are buildings down, people missing, tons of evacuations, and now, as you can see here, Japan is under a major tsunami warning. Those waters are starting to recede. I don't have the audio playing in this video, but you could hear them talking over loudspeakers. You can hear the sirens going off. They are very much preparing for this situation. I'm sure you can imagine how crazy this is going to be on the internet with the eclipse coming up, talking about the possibility of major events taking place before, during, and after this very rare solar eclipse we're about to have in just 6 days. The initial earthquake right here, a 7.4, followed by a strong 6.4 aftershock. And as we get down in this area, you can see right here, these are all fairly in a tight group. I did a quick refresh here, and we have some more aftershocks coming, a very active area still. This one just popped up a 5.1. Here is another 5.7. Very strong, and then another 5.1. So this area has not stopped shaking since that initial 7.4 quake. And as crazy as this sounds and all the damage going on in Taiwan, it might not even be the biggest story out of this situation. We're still waiting to hear about the tsunami situation all over the western coast of Japan, and of course the southern tip of the island, based on where those waves would be generating if there is indeed a tsunami on its way. Hopefully that dies down before
no tsunami,
because as it stands right now, this is more than enough for that island to never see an earthquake again. And finally, just to show you about this tsunami information, here's one of the latest articles right now. Japan, Taiwan, Philippines issue tsunami alerts after major earthquake. Now, this is the important part. The agency is warning of a 3-meter wave or 9.8 feet. That might not seem like a lot, but when it comes to water, just a couple feet above sea level could be absolutely devastating. All right, my friends, short video. I'll bring more info as I get it. Please check out the X channel. That will have the most recent updates on it over there. And I appreciate you all. All right, everyone, I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.
Into thin air, throwing it down. As always, I throw the link to that video in the show description right after the show, if I remember. All right, it's coming. That's just the first of many. Didn't a volcano go off recently? A couple of days ago? It's happening. The end of days is here. Look. This is just the beginning. If you want to live in the land of woo, it's hard for me to say that word, but if you want to live in the land of woo, we'll talk about it. We'll touch it. We'll tickle it a little. We'll even let others tickle it a little. Tickle it a little. That's fun. Maybe that should be the name of the channel. Tickle it a little. No, I'm telling you, that is fun to say. Tickle it a little. Nothing wrong with that. I can maybe make something out of it. All right, now. The solar eclipse. Look. If there's going to be a prophecy fulfilled, if I can speak, if there's going to be one of those fulfilled, it's going to be a self-fulfilling prophecy. Say it with me. Self-fulfilling prophecy. Because that's how it's going to happen. Let me see in my Bible here, in my Illuminati Bible. I see we've already had the scare of the scamdemic. Now it's supposed to be a meteor that's supposed to strike Earth. Maybe that's where the X is supposed to be. And it's going to be Apophis. Because that's coming soon. Because if this solar eclipse doesn't kill us, Apophis will. You understand? It's every other year there's going to be death and destruction coming this way to our America. And I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to vote for the wrong person, because if I vote for the wrong person, the whole death to America. I can't do it. I can't. I live in self-prophecies and woo. Woo. I got a video I got to play out. I got to play this video. I don't want you to be scared about major events that are coming from the solar eclipse on the 8th. Hey, what's the date? 4/8/24. Watch. This is how it works. 4 is April. On the 8th day, 8. Okay. Now, what's the year? 2024. 2024. You have a 4 and 2 2s, which is a 4, and April is 4. You have 4, 8, 8, 4, 4, 4. It's a full house. 3 and 2. What did I do? 6? Well, it's a full house and 1. No, really, it does. It adds up to the end of the world. As we know it, I feel fine. Masonic rituals planned worldwide to usher in New World Order. I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. I know. I want to. So let's watch. Is this Alex Jones? Is this Alex Jones? No, it's not. Oh, this is good. All right, check it out. The solar eclipse, he says, go.
On April 8th is becoming a major event. The National Guard is being deployed, and the people are being advised to have 2 weeks of food and to fill their fuel tanks. This could all be explained due to the fact that tens of thousands of visitors are expected along the path of totality. But many people believe that they could be preparing for possible earthquakes due to the Devil Comet aligning with the April 8th eclipse.
Oh, that's right.
And due to the fact that in 1811, a comet also appeared in the skies during a solar eclipse.
First of all, there's only one sky. I don't like it. I don't say skies. Don't say skies. There's only one. Anyway, in these multiple skies, this happened back in 1811, 113 years ago. See the numbers? 13. Okay? 13's bad, guys. Do you understand? 13 years? That's right. 113, 1, 1, 3, 11. Guys, I can make it work just like the numerologists and the astrologists and the charlatans who are psychics.
On the same path, and was followed by the biggest earthquakes in American history. Known as the New Madrid earthquakes. Around 10,000 earthquakes occurred in just 3 months' time. The biggest being measured at 8.8 magnitude. They were the most devastating series of earthquakes in recorded history. But it was a different comet. And while some claim that a solar eclipse can trigger earthquakes, this scenario seems unlikely. This eclipse season is, however, a very rare event. The recent eclipses in August of 2017 and October of 2023, along with the upcoming one on April 8th, forms an Aleph and a Tav over the United States.
That's it. There it is. Your Illuminati symbol. You got your triangle. You got your double X. This is the big one they're talking about. This one here is just for window dressing. This is a joke. This is down by Corpus Christi. Nothing happens in Corpus Christi, so it's going to happen here. All right? So this is it. You got your triangular pattern. This is where a lot of bad earthquake activity is supposed to happen in the middle. This is where a bomb's supposed to go off. This is the decoy down at the border. And and over here, there's going to be a shark sighting. It's not going to be a good day. And those minutes that it goes dark are going to be the most woo-tastic time in history. Can you imagine if something really bad happened? Why are they telling, who's saying to get 2 weeks of food? Who? Is that an owl? Who? I never heard anyone from the media, you know, the trustworthy media, my eye, there's some in my eye, you know, they never said, make sure you have 3 days up to 2 weeks worth of water and food. Make sure you have toilet paper. Tons of toilet paper. It's everywhere. Nobody gives a shh. I shouldn't have mentioned toilet paper. Me and my big mouth. Always talking shh.
The Aleph and Tav are the first and last letters of the Hebrew alphabet, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. These eclipses mark the end of the great year, a 26,000-year period that starts anew with the dawning of Aquarius and a new golden age. Manly P. Hall wrote that high-level Masons designed America for a peculiar and particular purpose, a secret destiny to bring about a new Atlantis, or a new world order, wherein a king descended of a divine race will rule over all.
Really? Hey, really? Over America, of all places. Not over in Jerusalem or where the blood of Christ is or whatever, right? Not happening at the 21st of the month or over at Göbekli Tepe or what's the other place over there with the monoliths? You know, that one in England. Stonehenge. How come none of this is matching up with any of the things? Now, I haven't seen it anywhere. I don't know. I mean, they knew about this one, but I don't get it. So the United States was created to be the new Atlantis now? Why we wait over 270 years to do that? How many years have we been a country? 250 years? I don't get it. Is that what they mean? New world order, a new Atlantis. Okay, listen to that. What I hear is unbelievable or unearthed or brought to the light technology that will change everything because of the solar eclipse, mind you. They have to do it at certain times or it just won't be cool. Exactly. Even the phone goes. No, I'm serious, though. It is strange. It's strange. This king was descended of it. A supposed ruler or king is going to descend aliens upon or coming of a divine race. It says it right there. Giddy up. That is, he belonged to the order of the illumined. Illumined. Ill meaning sick, mind meaning digging, mine, your eye and your mind. I'm making that up. I really don't know. Shh. Yep, that was it. They're coming. Let's continue. Shall we? Please.
In rituals, this king is symbolized as Apollo, Horus, or Nimrod, the
Nimrod. Yeah, I know. I heard it.
Father of Freemasonry, and is thought to be a descendant of the biblical Nephilim.
Hey, Beavis. What, dumbass? Nimrod.
Or the Sumerian Anunnaki. According to...
Hey, Beavis. What, dumbass? I can't do it. I couldn't think of something quick. I was thinking of an Anunnaki. Knock, knock. Who's there, dumbass? Anunnaki. Anunnaki who? Why does he sound Californian? Anunnaki, but you can come in.
Thomas Horn. This will happen in 2025, which corresponds to several documents published by intelligence agencies, such as Global Governance 2025, Global Trends 2025, and the 2025 Deagle Forecast on World Population. NASA is notorious for performing Masonic rituals based on the Egyptian mystery schools, Apollo being the same character as Horus, Sirius representing Isis.
Wow. What do you guys think? Is that what we're looking at, man? It's just a lot. It's just too much. I have a hard time with this. I said it yesterday, I'll say it again. Because when we have conspiracies like this, you can make any claim you want. It is the end of days because you can throw enough crap up against the wall. Some of that stuff might stick. We just had an earthquake. All right? Let's not get excited. That thing was happening. What I'm concerned with are the two boats that nearly did knock down a bridge, a whole bridge. How fast was that boat going? 10 knots? It didn't look like it had a jet stream behind it at all. It was merely just creeping along. All of a sudden, boop, and all that. Didn't make sense. And then another boat. My whole life, I've never ever heard of a boat running into a bridge. Now, I've seen boats try to go under bridges and they were too tall. That I've seen. But two in a few days. It's more than a coincidence. It's like, what are they trying to do? Get our eyes off of what? What are they trying to distract us with? Now, mind you, it's only a partial distraction. People look at that, they'll look at the video, and they'll go, after an hour, and they'll be like, I'm done with it. No reason to keep looking into it until there's more stuff coming out about it, right? That's how people are. What's next? See, so I don't buy. See, I don't like it. You hear people say this all the time. I used to say it. You don't hear me say this. Look at any of my shows. I may have said it 5 times in 2,000 shows I've done in 18 years. They are distracting us. They are talking about this while this is happening over here. First of all, that is the dumbest statement in the history of statements. Because let me tell you something. Everybody has time. You mean to tell me that I can't research 2 things at once? See how stupid that is? Can't do it. Nope. Impossible. Impossible. So when the news is on, this is what they say. And they give us the 3 to 5 minute segment about, let's just say a UFO sighting that happened. And they talk about it for 5 minutes. And they put it at the end of the news broadcasts. Do you know why? They want that story, because not only is it going to be the most watched part of the show, it's the last thing they're going to hear. So they want you to remember that more than what you watched in the beginning. You notice how the news works. You'll always see it like this. This is how the news works. Coming up, a UFO sighting in New Hampshire. But before we get to that, a mass shooting over in Lexington Square. 12 were dead, right? So they lead off, and then they go to commercial, whatever, and then they come back. Hi, I'm Rich Giordano with Fox 10 News. We do have that UFO sighting coming up, but first we want to talk about a tragedy that we just learned about in Lexington, where 12 people were unalived, and then they talk about that, and they go, hey, John, did you hear about that UFO sighting up in Montana? Yeah, but before we get to that, I got to tell you about some sports real quick. The Yankees are undefeated. They are? 4-0. Swept the A's first 4 games of the years. Of the years? Yep. Many years they played in a row. Yeah. Hey, before we get to that UFO sighting, Mr. Meteorologist, why don't you tell us what's in store for the next 10 days, shall we? That's right. My name is Nick Gold, and I am the meteorologist for Fox 10 News. We have a cold front coming in from the west, and then they all do their thing. Next thing you know, 22 minutes, 17 commercials go by, 5 minutes left in that half hour, and then they give you the UFO sighting. You're going to forget about the border, hopefully. You're going to forget about high prices, hopefully, right? That is kind of, we're going to talk about this stuff now, but we want to hook you with the UFO thing, because that is kind of what they're doing. Watch all this stuff, but save the best for last. This is going to blow your mind. That is kind of look this way, but it isn't. I don't like that saying. They're going to have you talk about this. Well, any researcher will waste their time. They're going to waste an hour of their time before. It's not like anybody's going to quit because, it's just too much. I can't do it. Hey, they got me looking this way. I can't turn my head to look this way. I can't do it. No, I just can't do it. It's the stupidest comment. I hate when they do that. Where did that start? It's a deflection. No, it's not a deflection. A deflection is when you're talking and somebody says something completely off topic. Did you hear about the jets? Exactly. So it's not that. It is just, nobody knows what it is. They don't say it right. It's not looking here. Hey, we're going to talk about this UFO sighting so you don't know it was an SR-51, whatever the hell you call those things. SR-71. Now they got the 81s, 91s. Who knows? We're going to talk about UFOs. See? We're going to talk about UFOs. We're not going to even think that what that gentleman saw could have been a black budget. Could have been. But it's weird. A UFO sighting is just a UFO sighting. It's not deflecting. So I know that just bothers me. It always has, and I never talked about it. I just had to get that off my chest. But it also plays into what we're seeing and all of this that we're watching now. Like the Illuminati, maybe Atlantis or the New World Order, or, the coming of the whole planet. And you know what? If there is a World War III and the worst possible thing happens, boop, mushroom cloud. If that happens on the soil that you and I live on, my God, pray for us all. It would be over. Yeah, it would be over. And I hope we don't go there. I really do, that we can somehow manifest. And if there is a paradigm shift, as we've been hearing for the last 7 years nonstop, if it's happening, we need it now more than ever. We need to call on help. If we're heading in that direction and they are who we think they are, they either know about it and aren't doing anything about it because eventually everything works out. Or they step in. I mean, maybe they've tried or looked into the future, everything possible, and the best thing to do is to let it run its course. Maybe if they step in, it scares everybody and we can't handle it, or we become dependent on the aliens and we stop being who we are because we want to be more like them. You know what I mean? It could really depress us as a species to know these aliens intimately, knowing that they could read minds, talk telepathically, possibly have technology that's on them, in them, built with them. We don't know yet, where they could vanish or do all sorts of stuff we can't do. That would, I'd be a little bit envious of it, but it would be like me looking at a chimpanzee. Like, I'd love to have the strength and the freedom, but I'd rather live the life of a human than be an ape and having to survive every day, but for your life. So it's maybe something like that. It's such a psychological thing. So I never thought of that. That maybe it would be a like if we became friends with the aliens, and I'm sure there would be a bunch of people who would not like that their power, that they have the power to read our minds. I wouldn't like being around them because I know what I think. That's why I don't think they can. I don't know. I think they have a device that allows them to speak like we have now. We have live translate on my phone now. If I'm talking to somebody from Japan, a voice will pop out and translate it into Americana English. Isn't that amazing? It's the AI thing that just they installed on Android phones. It's amazing. At least on the Galaxy 23S, whatever I have. All right, we'll continue with all the high and things that could happen during the solar eclipse. I paused it halfway through to talk a little bit about my fears and my problems, and maybe what you were thinking too. Maybe you were thinking some of those things. All right, we'll continue.
And Atlantis being the new golden age they hope to restore. And during the eclipse on April 8th, NASA will fire 3 rockets named after Apep, the Egyptian serpent god, whose goal was to devour Ra, the sun. And when the sun reemerges after 3 minutes of darkness, it will be likened to the rebirth of Horus.
You see, I don't like this. See, this is all, you know what I liken this to pareidolia. This is literature pareidolia. They're making something into something it isn't. It's basically like the stories that were written when nobody knew what anything was up there. And they're like, the power of the sun god Ra was blackened out for 3 minutes and he was in agony. His powers weren't available. Yet the people on planet Earth emerged underneath the ground and came alive and were roaming around for 3 minutes. And then the sun started to peek out and they all started to burn if they didn't get back underground. This isn't that. It's imagination. It's not happening now, 500 years later. Wake up. It just gets dark. And you can't even look at it. It's like you have to look at it on a reflection or a deflection. It's a de-reflection. You can't even look at it or you burn your retina. Where'd you go? I don't know. I looked at the sun. Hello? You can hear me. You just can't see me.
Their new king of the Golden Age.
Yeah.
CERN, known for practicing occult rituals at a statue of Shiva, the Hindu god who symbolizes death, destruction, and the end of an age, will be firing up their Large Hadron Collider to full power during the solar eclipse. And Israel, who is in the midst of committing genocide, is preparing to sacrifice a red heifer, a ritual sacrifice.
Excuse me? Does that mean the same thing I think it means? A red heifer?
To prepare them for taking back the Temple Mount.
Red heifers, to be precise. Some Jews
heifers! Oh, okay.
Christians believe they're the key to rebuilding the historic Jewish temple in Jerusalem and to beckoning the Messiah. To understand, you have to go back nearly 2,000 years when the ancient Romans destroyed the last temple in the city. To rebuild it, these believers point to the Bible's book of Numbers. It commands the Israelites to sacrifice a red heifer without defect or blemish.
Why? To satisfy the God? Only then can the temple, those sacred cows were showcased in Washington on The Price is Right. It was the gathering. Many evangelicals were out there with their money plates. They believed these red heifers will usher in Christ's second coming. Among other things like, we need the Messiah to... Come on, you prick, you. Come, huh? Come, huh? Right? Yeah. So for me, the red heifer is red for the blood of Jesus Christ. In the name of the Father, and over the Son, and over the moon. A massive altar already
awaits, where the heifers are to be burned.
No!
According to some believers, the ceremony needs to be performed right here on the Mount of Olives, looking directly into where the temple once stood. But something else now stands in its place.
Once they forcibly take the Temple Mount away from billions of Muslims worldwide, it will predictably thrust the world into the peak of chaos that these secret societies have been designing for centuries. And their plan is to bring order out of this chaos.
Wait a minute. In the history of peoplekind, there's always been war. There's always been famine. There's always been greed. You can't stop who we are. What is wrong with people? This sounds scary. This can't be happening. I mean, this is Siegfried all over again. This is like Skinwalker Ranch. Oh, yeah. That's how they're going to run the planet. You think if we have a solar eclipse, hey, it's dark in America right now, yeah? What do you want to do? I don't know. Ask China. China, what do you want to do? We want to... I don't know. What do you want to do? Why did you sound like Scarface? Oh.
With their divine king to rule over the world. But these are just rituals, and fear is an illusion. We can always choose love. Reporting for InfoWars, this is Greg Reese.
Why can't this be love? Sing it, Sammy! Well, there you go, kitten caboodles. It's gonna happen. Atlantis? New World Order? What was the other thing? I can't remember. There were 3 things. New World Order. What else? I can't think. I can't. Well, anyway, here's the real. On April 8th, it's just going to get dark. A little bit. Not 100%, but in those areas in the shade zone, we'll have minutes of darkness. Not complete darkness, which is what makes it cool. It does give it that, like when you're in an eclipse, I was in one my whole life, right? And it's cool. Like it, everybody says it looks like the sun just gone down. No, yes and no. It looks like a very big cloud came over, because you can see, it depends on where you are, like mountains, like in the distance, or things on hills that you can see the sun. So it kind of gives you this wild look, like it doesn't seem real. That's the magic of being in that zone. It's going to feel so weird. The senses, I can just imagine, that's all it is. It's a confusing of the senses. Hey, my body clock says it's 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Why is it dark out? Now I'm tired. Now I'm awake. It was and the next thing you know, you're like, did you go to the eclipse? Yeah, we fell asleep for 3 minutes. So did we. And everybody was abducted. You didn't know it. Stay out of the shade zone. Anybody who goes there who's going to look at that eclipse is going to be taken. You heard it here first. Don't go. I waited till like we were in the show to say that, so it's harder for the algorithm to find it. Guys, stay away from the darkness. Stay in the light. Don't go into the dark. I'm telling you. You haven't heard anybody tell you the truth until now. Stay out of the... Bernie? Bro, don't look at it. You can do it. You want to look at it? This is not good. It reminds me of Halloween 3, when you bought a mask, a new Halloween mask, and on the back of it, there was this computer chip. And at midnight, it was going to start, I don't know, the Halloween creep show or whatever. And if you put on the mask, you may win something. And all the kids who put on the mask were watching TV, and then the signal came through, and then everybody who was wearing a mask had snakes and cockroaches coming out of their orifices. It was great. So that's something like what's going to happen if you're caught in that shade zone. I'm telling you, man. Moonlicked, throwing it down 5 minutes ago. Rich, weren't you engaged to the red? You watch your mouth. You bite your tongue. Do you know who you're dealing with? Do you have any idea I'm king of goof-on? That means nothing, really. Hey, yeah, no. Nope. No. Never happened. That's a rumor. And even if I was, so what? Maybe I liked her. Maybe I loved her. Maybe I'm into it. Huh? But thanks for the $2 super chat. Moonlicked, everybody, a continuing supporter of Goof On. And you too can help support the #1 show in truthology for ufology. It's what we do. We're the only ones who do it. We're the only ones who speak this way, who dare to tell the world the truth. Nothing is going to happen on April 8th. You know it. If you go in the shadow and you look, you were warned. I'm telling you, stay out of it. But if you want to help support Truthology for ufology, all the links are in the show description. Super chat, super sticker, PayPal, Cash App. Become a member, whatever. Now, I want to move on, but I can't. 170 people watching. Appreciate you hanging out. You learning something? Maybe. Maybe a little truth? Huh? I like this video. I want to play this. This better happen on, what do they call it? Solar Eclipse Day the 8th. Next Monday. Where's the video? Here it is. Is this it? This better be it. I'm really angry right now. Wait a second. That was weird. Huh. Yeah, okay. All right, you want to play games, I see. Hold on, guys. This is not what I signed up for. How is this possible? You've got to be kidding me. I'm not playing this. Nah, I'm not playing this. That's not what I chose. U.S. Congressman says revealing UFO technology is a threat to the energy sector. See, these people, they got it wrong. Why are they doing this? The possibility that unveiling extraterrestrial technology, which might not depend on conventional energy sources like oil, could drastically disrupt our world economy. Man, you know why it would? The only way it would is if they didn't do it the right way. If they didn't do it the right way. There's a right way to make that transfer. And I talked about it. And they can come to me. You want to know how to do it the right way? Come to me. You don't charge people for the product. You charge them for their time so they don't lose any money. You make up for it. So right now, gas is what, $3.50 a gallon here in Florida. Diesel was only 5 cents more. I've never seen that before. Usually it's like $1 more. Like 5 cents. Anyway, whatever it is, $100 a barrel for oil. I don't know what it is. I'm throwing it out there. Well, they could formulate a way to where anybody who uses the technology is charged for the time. Since there's nothing that has to go in, there's nothing to mine for. There's no coal needed or, as they say, fossil fuels, which is just dirt. There's none of that they have to pay people to do anymore. So you get this technology, you're putting tens of thousands of people out of jobs, right? It would be cool if we could just do that switch. But here's the deal. Here's how they don't lose a dime. I think I heard Greer say that there's going to be like each subdivision will have their own power center, but each home will get their power cube source. And so, it's like it's all being generated from one place up the street or whatever. And I forgot what I was going to say. Yeah, it happened that quick. Damn it. That's because I took my focus and I wanted to read something real quick. And now I lost my train of thought. Why was I saying that? Yeah. Oh, shit. Well, I know what I was going to say. So you build up the new places where the energy is going to come from, just like they have, oh God, I can't think of what they're called. Like usually you see these energy depots in each neighborhood, that's all these crazy things going on, and these towers with all these wires and weird looking dishes. Let's just call that's the energy sector place. That's where it all goes to. The transformers there. That's where they're at. You build all this stuff next to it, right? As best you can. And one by one, you throw the switch. That's how you do the transfer. You don't have to do it, where it's staggering the country. You do it bit by bit. Just like they added all the convenient charging ports for the Tesla and other cars. You know how convenient that is. Beautiful. Perfect. Well, this would be different. This is alien technology that would be available to the public free of charge. You're only charged for what you need, for what you use. So you throw the switch. Okay, they did the math. They figured out your bill's $300 a month. So now if you use this machine X amount of hours, it'll average out to $300 a month. You use less of it, it'll be less. You use more, it'll be more. Right? And you lock in freshness. You could have contracts, right? 2-year contracts. You don't like that cube? We got a better cube over here. We'll take that one out, give you this one. This one's got 1 billion more barabytes. I don't know what a barabyte is, but it's a lot. All right. Well, that's how they're going to do the switch. You got to do it that way. You build it right next to what's there. Use the infrastructure or whatever it is you need, if anything at all. Right? Throw the switch. It's easy. I figured that out. I know I should have a business degree, but I don't. I should have one. Well, UFOs and the Bible. Tim Burchett says he believes UFOs and aliens are in the Bible. But he also says that we should expect more UFO hearings. So, yeah, he believes it. I think I have a clip here. Where is it? Oh, yeah. Is this it? Yay. All right. I said yay. Wow. Yeah, Burchett believes it. Rose Cuckold. What's her name? Rose Cuckold. Rose Cuckold. Summarizes certain Bible stories that could possibly be interpreted as UFO sightings. Rose also communicates that Burchett is indicating that there are UFO whistleblowers who are ready to come forward as well. So, yay. So, oh, I got a video. Yeah, sorry. It's true.
Okay, this next story is wild. Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett says he believes the Bible mentions aliens, and it only solidifies his faith in God. He also says more congressional hearings with UFO whistleblowers are in the works and on the horizon. The brand new revelations coming out in a new episode of Reality Check with News Nation special correspondent Ross Coulthart. Scan the QR code right here on your screen to check it out. But we have Ross joining us now live. Ross, UFOs in the Bible. You spoke with Burchett, who's one of the lawmakers heading up the UAP congressional hearings. Here he is boldly making those claims. Let's first take a listen.
I have no problem believing that there's mentions of extraterrestrials in the Bible, and it doesn't question my faith one bit. It doesn't hurt it or damage it. As a matter of fact, it makes it stronger. It makes it a lot more vast than we as Christians sometimes make it this little comfortable little box on this little round rock we call Earth.
Yeah, so Ross, refresh my memory here where alien life is mentioned, because I don't recall learning that in Sunday school myself.
G'day, Marky. Yeah, look, it's fascinating. I mean, I guess we have to deal with this because so many Americans identify as Christian. I think it's well up to about 73, 74%. They have a belief in God. And one of the thoughts that we had around Easter was to ask Congressman Burchett, who's one of the most prominent members in the Congress, talking about the UAP issue. Is this incompatible? Is the belief in the possibility of extraterrestrial intelligence incompatible with being a Christian? Because that's often the excuse that's given by...
You see the videos they're showing? Not one of them's a UFO. Jeremy Corbell's, right? You see that? What are they doing? And this, come on. Everybody knows.
by those who suggest that it would be a bad thing for the government to be upfront with the American people if indeed it is true that they're concealing evidence of knowledge of a non-human intelligence. And Congressman Burchett says it's not. In fact, he says that the Bible is replete with evidence that there are possibly extraterrestrial intelligences. And
who uses that word?
When you go through the verses and the accounts in the Bible that he describes, it's quite interesting because some of them do appear to describe what you and I would call flying saucers.
I'm curious, though, is that like, when the disciples followed the star?
Look at his shit-eating grin. He's so bad for us. Why, Rich? Why? If you have to ask me why, then you just haven't been paying attention. Come on. Rose Cuckold in 2 years I'm going to predict it, will be in hot water for something. 2 years. And watch the rest.
Or to Bethlehem. I mean, is that one of the examples? I'm trying to make sense of it.
It's one of the ones that is cited,
Okay.
yes. But one of the most popular ones is the book of Ezekiel, where there's a verse that describes a spinning wheel within a wheel. And it's got 4 humanoids. It doesn't say men. It says, human-shaped creatures inside it.
True.
Who are inside the craft. And it depends on which version of the Bible you read, but there's clearly references to things that seem anomalous. And a lot of people of Christian faith say that they're just allegorical, that they're just a form of metaphor. But what I found really refreshing about Congressman Burchett was his willingness to be open-minded, to accept the possibility that there is perhaps an extraterrestrial explanation for this. And just to emphasize this point, the Vatican is ready for this argument. The Catholic Church has long been prepared for the possibility of non-human intelligent life. And as popes have said in the past, we are all God's children, whatever kind of intelligent creatures we are.
Yeah, well, this is all very interesting, and I need a refresher on Ezekiel, apparently. Burchett also revealed to you that there would be more hearings on the horizon with brand new whistleblowers. Who will that be, and what are you expecting, Ross?
We can but speculate. There is intense impatience in the social media world of UAP, ufology right now. A lot of people are...
Everything he says is just awful. He doesn't say UFO, he says UAP. He says ufology. That's not even a real way to say it. It's ufology. Because if you're saying ufology, that's unidentified flying, the study of. It's wrong. This isn't Mexico where the adjective goes after the noun.
Throwing their hands up in the air and saying they want to see the evidence, and so do we all. I'm talking to people who would describe themselves as whistleblowers. They're thinking about coming forward. They're talking to congressional staff who are in charge of the key oversight committees. And I guess we just have to wait and see. Congressman Burchett is indicating that there are whistleblowers who are now prepared to come forward.
Well, we know you're working your sources. We cannot wait to see what comes next. Ross Coulthart, thank you so much as always.
Unreal. Well, let's see. Where are we? April? Let's see. When would they do it? Didn't Grush come out in June, or was it July last year? That's when they're going to drop. That's when the next whistleblower might be, in June. Because we're a week into April, so April's they're not doing it in April. It could be May. It would be probably the latter half, but I have a feeling it'll probably be June. Usually they announce those things 6 to 8 weeks out. That's what I've noticed. So, and if it's a month out, so right now, middle May, if they're going to start that this week, next week, and announce when these whistleblowers will come forward. But Burchett knows. He knows. So, not long. I got to tell you, I'm excited, but I'm not. Not. Like, I want to hear what they say because I love it. But I don't want to hear what they say because I've already heard it. Well, all right. So you may hear a different story. Hi, my name is Mike Richter. I'm a lieutenant in the Air Force. Me and my friends, pilots, whatever you want to call them, we saw some UAP, and this is our story. From my perspective. I was born in the backwoods of Arkansas, where we used to skip rocks off the backs of alligators. And, when I grew up, I became an alligator. And then I played for an alligator. And what was I talking about? All right, so, what was I saying? I just forgot what I wanted to say again. I'm trying so hard to see what you guys are talking about, and I get thrown off every time. I'm the terrible host. I want to talk to the chat room, right? And I want to make a comment to what you guys are talking about, but I don't know what you're talking about because I don't know the context. So I'm scrolling as I'm talking. Next thing I know, I see you say something and I'm like, oh. And then I'm like, wait, oh. And then I forgot what I was saying. End of story. It's a true story. Well, there was a strange UFO sighting in Chubut, Argentina last year in August. Are you guys familiar with that one from Chubut? I think that's how you say it, Chubut, Argentina. Well, here's a couple of photos that were taken. I don't remember this. I have no recollection of this. Hey, 1028 Productions, Doc Skinner's here, everybody. What do you say, Doc? Good to see you, man. Long time no see, saw. General Zod is here. Oh, no, right. Yeah, we established that yesterday. You're not that guy. Right. Okay. I thought you were Superman's, enemy. All right. I'm going to play this video, Zod, Doc, everybody. And I've never seen this before. Where have I been the last 20 years? Not seeing this.
Photos from the remote region of Chubut, Argentina raise more questions than answers. The first image shows a silver disc-shaped object hovering vertically in the sky. The metallic surface is clearly visible, but the object emits no discernible light. In the second photo, the disc has tilted horizontally. The final shot shows the disc speeding away at an incredible velocity, as if reacting to being photographed. While compelling, the photos provide insufficient evidence to confirm the presence of extraterrestrial technology. The object's design matches stereotypical depictions of UFOs rather than credible aerospace engineering.
Does that look like a stereotypical picture of a disc-shaped UFO? I submit it does not. That looks nothing like what we see. This looks like what the B-52 bomber looks like on its side. Doesn't look like a UFO. Well, I mean, from a distance, but I mean, this is supposed to be the real picture of it? Yeah, right. Oh, brother-in-law.
Lack of sonic booms or air disturbances implies a small model or CGI fabrication. That said,
that looks pretty... Hey, look at this. That is a little interesting. Do you see a sonic boom coming off of it? Well, let me tell you something. That looks cool, I have to admit, but it could be a bug. See, this is what I love. We have this incredible photo that we just saw a few seconds ago. When it takes off, it looks like this, allegedly. Now, sadly, we cannot tell what this is. So you just put it away for a minute and wait until somebody else sees something similar and do some comparison. I got to tell you, if it's real and it's moving that fast, well, we need to talk.
Secret military projects using unconventional aircraft shapes cannot be definitively ruled out.
Yes,
ultimately, the origins of this craft remain
Isn't that like the Galvine UFO?
uncertain without further data.
Is it data or data? Duda. All right. You know, that was a weird sighting. I don't like it. I don't think it's real. I think that's fake. Of course I do. Anything too good to be true has always been deemed. See, this is the problem. This is what we will always have from here on out. When it is too good to be true, I'm guilty of it just as the next guy. It's too good to be true. It's not. It's not real. Can't be. But it can. And that's going to happen if it hasn't happened a dozen times over. You, me, and others probably dismiss legitimate UFOs thinking it's too good to be true, when in fact, true it was. Sad, right? I don't like it. I hate this game. It makes me, it really does hurt me. It does. It hurts me. Whatever. All right, I got this. What is this? What is this? Oh. Men fall in love with what they see. Women fall in love with what they hear. That's why women wear makeup and men lie. That's bullshit. Who said that? Is that it? That's a horrible thing to say. Is it? Not all men do. What time is it? 8:24 already. Are you kidding me? All right. Wow. Okay. So what did we learn so far? Not much. Not much. You already knew it all. That's why. That's the answer you give me. Rich, we know it all already. You already told us what we need to know. Well, thank God Mike from Denmark's here. He said Skinwalker Ranch is an area with extraordinary paranormal activity. Allegedly. Sorry, Mike, but there's no evidence. I know what you're going to say. There is evidence. No, there isn't. There has been no evidence. Ever. If you're watching the TV show, if anybody is watching Skinwalker Ranch, all that evidence is garbage. It is unverifiable, non-repeatable dots. Yeah, they can call them a UFO, of course. You can. Anybody can. Oh, if the Skinwalker Ranch captured a UFO, and then you're like, oh, I can't wait to watch it. In the last 10 minutes of the show, they make you wait 48 minutes, and now, oh, yeah, here it is, and there it is, and then, wow, that thunder was like so close. And then they go, there it is, and they zoom up, and they get in close, and do you see it? Yeah, yeah. It's powering up, and they're looking. The cameraman zooms up and, it's going out. I think it was a satellite. No. And they go back into the room and they analyze it with the guy from the truck. And he goes, you know what? This is unbelievable footage. How so? Wow, we didn't see that through the binocular. What did you see? You guys are going to be crazy, but you're going to go crazy, I mean. You're not going to be crazy. You're already crazy anyway. You gave me. But this, my friends, is what Goofon calls a dot. So there's that. No evidence. Sorry, Mike. UFO man throwing down a 2-pound, 2 quid super sticker. That right there. And I'm going to take it as I see it. I see that as pure love. That's right. We're secure in our manhood to say it. I love you, man. UFO man. But you said that to Zig Fugle? No. Come on, Richard, say it. Why'd you sound like that? Why do you sound Hispanic when you try to sound like a Nazi? Because you can't do the voice. You never could. Thank you, the UFO man. I mean this. Mucho gusto, generoso. Grazie. Grazie. And don't forget, you too can help support True Loudly for your family. All the links are in the Super Chat, Super Singer, PayPal, Cash App. Become a member. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Balcony. Thank you. Lewis. Yeah. Did you hear that? There's a thunderstorm out there. If the lights go, you know what? I better go. Let's wait for one more. Maybe I can turn out the lights. Hold on. I'm gonna keep my eye out there and see this. Because I can see it. There's a storm out there. I want you to hear this if you can. They've been like every 45 seconds or so. See if I can see it through the window like I did the last couple of times. They said there was some bad storms coming. Come on. Come on. Come on. What's that? Somebody has to what? No. Zeus. Come on. What are you doing? Oh, it's not it. Thor? Thor? What are you doing? Put on a show. I'm doing a live stream. Can you throw one down? However, come on. He's revving it up. Here it comes. Come on. You got to do something better than that. That was a wimpy one. Thor! I can't. You know this guy. Why don't you go hammer yourself? Prick. You know? The ego on these guys. You know? It sounds like it's slowing down. That's right. You know, the first hour of the show was very exciting. There was a lot of stuff going on, right? Videos going. Things were happening. Here's the rain. Now it's starting to rain. I want you to hear this. About that journalist. Did you hear about this? This is just funny stuff I like to play every now and then. Yeah. Rich was abducted. You're right. He was.
Michael Hastings, pretty crazy. This guy went to Afghanistan with the troops, and he was only supposed to be there writing a Rolling Stone article about this general for a very short amount of time. But then there was the volcano in Iceland, and the volcano in Iceland stopped air travel. This journalist from the Rolling Stone was embedded in this troop, and they started talking shit. And he started reporting the shit they were talking, including disparaging comments that the general had said about Obama. So the general gets back. He has to retire. Rolling Stone exposed it's a big deal because everybody loves this general. So he retires, and this Michael Hastings guy is on the run, and he's terrified. He's telling people are threatening my life. And then he's going down La Brea, and his car is going like 120 miles an hour and just slams into a tree and explodes. Look at that, flying down the street, hits a tree, and the car explodes. They asked security experts at that time, is it possible to control a vehicle remotely? They said, does your vehicle have a computer? If your vehicle has a computer, they can control it.
How does that make you feel? Knowing that the government or whatever can take control of your car if it has a computer and do that to you. What do you think about that? I know. It sucks. What is this? Accidental truths. Let me see what this is. Accidental truths? Have you ever heard of this? It's not pulling up. Something's going on with the internet. I just got a warning. Internet is out in certain areas. Ba-ba-da-ba-da. Okay. Figures. I want you to hear this. When we talk about people in ufology, and you want to talk about people with influence who can move mountains but can't open a door. You know what I mean? 2 steps forward. Paul Hellyer. Remember this guy? Isn't he dead? He's dead now, right?
Being face-to-face meetings between United States officials and extraterrestrials from other star systems.
Right.
Have reports of several species that are here, have bases here. There's one species that looks something like a praying mantis. And then the short grays are the ones that you see in the cartoons. The tall grays.
Shows you how old he is. You know, the grays, the ones they show you in the cartoons. This guy's still living in 1918. Oh. You know what? If I was him, I would get hedge clippers for that nose hair. That is just awful. See, this is why ufology's failing. You can't have nose hairs and nobody tell you to shave that shit. Hey, granddad. Yeah? You're going to be all over the internet for the rest of your life. Can you shave the tree that's hanging out of your nose, please? Oh, no, I got oranges and apples. I even got a fig tree in my nose. I hate to ask, but what do you got coming out your ass? Ha, ha, ha. Artichoke.
These look much different. They look more like humans. And the Nordic blondes, for example, are so similar to humans that they can walk down the street and not be detected. They are way ahead of us in medicine, agriculture, and still, I guess,
of course,
technology.
They're good. We're bad. They're better. We're worse. Got it.
They know something we don't know.
Yeah, we know nothing. They know everything. Got it. We're terrible humans. We shouldn't even exist. We are nothing. They are everything. We are darkness. They are the light. We are the down. They are the up. They are the in. We are the out.
And that is, every atomic bomb that is put off on Earth has an effect on other parts of the cosmos.
Stupidest thing I ever heard in my entire life. Dumbest thing I ever heard them say. Second, The first one is, they're deflecting things. They're saying this to confuse us and think, oh, look over here while we talk about the airplanes and don't talk about the UFOs and look, don't you look. We have you over here. You can't look there yet. No, we're going to, it's a distraction. You know why they're doing this? It's a distraction. That's what I said. It's a distraction. That's what it is, all right. It's so stupid. There's no distraction. Like, people don't have time to figure things out. Oh, they just showed me a UFO video, a 1 minute long video. Oh, what's this over here about a real war going on in the Ukraine? I just can't. I don't know. I'm so distracted by this UFO. It's so shiny. Oh, I love it. Oh, God, that guy's great. But, I'm going back to the war. I want to know what's going on with Afghan. I want to know what's going on at the border. Oh, I'm so distracted. I can't stop it. Stupid. That's how dumb they think we are. God. And we grow up with it. Oh, yeah, we're distracted. Distraction. Like, nobody has time, right? No, we're going to show a video. Oh, it distracted me from doing any research the rest of the year. It said, I can't think with that thing. Stupid. It is. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. You know why they're having a war? It's a distraction. So stupid. You know why they're talking about fentanyl? You don't talk about the border. But they're synonymous. It's coming through the border. You don't make sense. Shut up. Cancel him. You're not allowed to tell the truth. Goodbye. They run the media. They run entertainment. Same thing. I don't know why I just said that. They run the government. Goes without saying. I mean, what else do they run? The media, Hollywood, that island. You know they're redoing that whole island, right? Island. They're going to remodel it. Yep. I don't know what they're doing. I'm joking. It's a distraction. So, know that earthquake? Yeah, it's a distraction. Don't look at it. Be distracted. If you read that story about the earthquake, you won't be able to read anything else for a year. You're going to be so distracted. It's so stupid. Another one of my favorites is when people say, this is the best sighting I've ever seen. Right there, worst sighting you'll ever see. You know? Best sighting they've ever seen. It's a dot. It barely moved. You said it did these maneuvers that were unlike anything I've ever seen. I've seen balloons do better in the wind. Capiche? Show me something that is as good as the hype. If these whistleblowers are coming forward and they're going to show their stuff and jizz all over everybody on the planet with their beautiful story, the main thing you and I are going to hear over and over again is a secret program. I was a part of it, and this is what happened. An alien bodies. We've got the wreckage. There any more? There's one more. I don't know. It won't come out. What is it? We'll get back to that sixth one. But that's what we're going to hear. Right? Funds! Oh, that's right. The funds got misallocated. Deallocated? What is that? Unallocated? Off allocation? Here's the rain. Shh. All right. I think that's it. I've run out of stuff to say. But hey, surprise, surprise. We'll be back mañana at 7 p.m. Same time, right? Same time. Don't forget Alien Girl in the morning, 7 a.m. Don't forget to get your dance on and a cup of coffee while you watch the AG111, Nikki Starchild, throwing it down hard in the morning for ufology. And thanks, moderators. Hey, super chatters, come on now. Don't forget your support to the show. You guys did great. But it's got to be better. We're dying. We're a dying breed. You don't want truthology for ufology to die. It won't. I won't let it. I won't let it. And I'm not gonna be like that anymore. I'm just gonna put it out there like I have been. You want to help support show? You know where the links are. That's the last time I'll do that. But we're struggling. It's terrible. I wish I was dead. But other than that, I mean, come on, really. But we're gonna be here, and the newcomers. I see new people joining here every day, and every month we give away 10 memberships on the first of each month. Don't forget to follow me on TikTok under Goof on You. Right? Look it up. I've got a lot of people following me now over there. I'm telling you. Even I should be doing stuff and I don't. I should be doing more stuff, but I don't. All right. We'll be back tomorrow. I got to get out of here. But support Truthology for ufology. Be here every night with me, will you? If you have any good ideas, you have a sighting that isn't a dot that's boring. If you got a dot, I'll look at a dot, but it's got to do stuff. And it's got to make me think it's not a satellite. I don't want a straight dot. Give me a dot that has some personality. A dancing dot. If you got a dancing dot, I'm down, dude. But no dots for the most part. But send it to goofon. Holy mother. goofonradio@gmail.com. That's it. And we do it here 7 days a week. Even if you're not here, we're still doing it 7 days a week. It's a miracle. Yeah. I don't know why I do it. Because it's passion, baby. And you know what else we do? You know why? I just can't leave because truthology. Truthology for ufology for you. I know. I am no echo chamber, but I repeat, the truth as it seems. Don't you think we would have seen something? Remember when Lou last year said we're halfway through disclosure? And I said, how's that even possible? We have no evidence. You can't have a little disclosure. You can't be halfway through. You're either full disclosure or none. You can't be a little pregnant. You either are or you're not. Same thing. Once you open Pandora's box, you can't close it. And that literally is Pandora's box. That would bring out 70-something years of lies, which we already know. This is why we don't need whistleblowers. We don't need them. We know there's whatever buried. We got bodies down in the... And fine, we know. Now get to it, show us the shit, and put Jaime out of business. Somebody put Jaime out of business. Show us a real alien, will ya? Get this freaking clown out of here. Jaime Mousin. All right, I can't handle it anymore. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good. And tomorrow's Thursday. Be good to everybody if you have to. But don't be a pushover. Stick up for your rights. Where am I? Alien bless.
Well, go ahead.